the Yellow Bezy Mo 3 situation that's happening right now? You following it?
Not really. It's all the same thing, though. Same controversy. Everybody hating each other. Everybody got to kill each other.
Yeah, Yellow Bezy is being charged with capital murder, which means death penalty. It's a murder for hire. The case seems kind of flimsy, to be honest. When I read through it, it seems like he pulled $40,000 out of his bank account. That could be for anything. People pull out money like that constantly.
But the way that people are looking at it, the way the jury gonna look at it, it all depends on the jury and how they present their case. It ain't gonna, long as it ain't a case like Lil Woody, a circus act, just laughs, he in trouble. He in trouble. But don't get money and think you gotta be a street nigga. You don't have to be a street nigga. Ain't nothing wrong with leaving the hood. And these dudes can't lead the gangster shit over here. And like I said earlier, if you ain't learned from Suge Knight's mistakes, they gonna keep falling. They gonna keep falling.
Yeah, it's sad because I've interviewed both of them. I interviewed Yellow Bezy multiple times. I interviewed Mo 3 once. They're both talented. They both had fan bases. They're both making legal money. They both didn't want to leave Dallas. They both wanted to show who's the toughest. And they used to be cool at one point. There's photos of them together back in the day when they were younger. I tried to get them to work it out in my interviews. It didn't work. I just... I understand that people pass and you have this kind of feeling like you feel like you can't really let certain things go, but I don't know. Like recently, I've been hearing people say stuff about like my dad who passed away. Didn't really bother me that much. Gene Deal's mad at me right now because of the comments I made when I was on Cameron's podcast. So him and this other guy did this whole thing that, they claim my mother was a KGB spy who infiltrated the Navy. And their proof is, I guess, my mom had written a book that she just put out herself on Amazon about her life. So I guess they'd gotten a copy of the book. And their proof is, on the same year that we all moved to America, a couple of KGB agents got busted. So clearly there's a connection between my mother and these two random people.
And it's sad, Vlad. It's sad that, these guys bringing family into this podcast shit.
Yeah.
My kids, my grandkids has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Your family don't.
I get it, but for the first time this is happening, and I'm looking at it going like, whatever. Like it's not enough for me to go and want to hurt somebody,
right?
Or want to do something serious or seriously get mad and retaliate somehow. It's like, all right, I said what I said, which I felt was accurate. That I said not all of Gene Deal's stories match up.
Right.
So, I mean, he was really there when Biggie got shot, and that's the part that I really was interested in. But some of the other stuff doesn't match up because the people that were there say that it doesn't match up.
Me and Gene had our little disagreements, but talking on the phone, listening to him, he listening to me, we became cool. I haven't called him in a while. They doing too much on the podcast. A lot of shit he say is on point. Outside of how Tupac was shot, how Biggie was shot. You know what I'm saying? If you're that close to a situation, then you should have done something.
Look, I get it. Like, if you're someone like a Gene Deal who really does have some stories that are important, and you tell them and you tell them again and you tell them again, at a certain point, most people have heard the stories, but you still have to make money, and you still have to figure out a way to keep the content going, so you start making up some stories, and you start embellishing. Suddenly you're everywhere where Biggie was, you were right there. When he was signing his record deal, you were right there. When he was, spilling his innermost secrets. It's to you. You were on the private jet with him. Like,
Right.
you know, he was a probation officer. So there's only a certain amount of time that you could be around. I think, was it him that said that, like, oh, well, it was Diddy's kids who was really doing the freak offs. And someone pointed out that at the time that Gene stopped working with Diddy, his kids were like 6 years old.
Right.
So what type of freak off parties are you putting together at age 6?
All of them are doing it though, and that's the craziest shit. Half of these people are talking, wasn't even here 28 years ago. They only 33. So you had no interest in none of this shit. And like some of these individuals out here calling themselves OGs and they only 43, 47 years old. Come on, stop. The time don't match up. It don't match up with half of the stories these guys out here telling.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, all I say is that we are in a rude awakening if we don't get our shit together on these podcasts. And everybody is freely to speak on the bullshit, but they don't understand there's ears out there. And ain't nowhere in the world I get on there and talk about what nigga I killed. I just saw an interview with Bricc Baby, him and Loose Cannon, and Bricc Baby lift his arm up, he's showing he got a gun. What kind of stupid shit is that? You know, these dudes is crazy.
Yeah, look, Bricc Baby was my newest regular guest. We had done like 3 or 4 interviews. My audience liked him. We had a good rapport. I ran into him 3 days before he got arrested at the Beverly Center, just randomly.
What you think now
What do you mean?
about Bricc Baby?
I feel bad. You know, it's like you meet up with someone that you know, and they're in great spirits. They got people with them. They're laughing. We hug it out. We chop it up for a minute. Life is good. Oh, yeah, we got to do another interview. Yeah, we're going to schedule it.
Right.
It's like you think about that moment and you think he has no idea that in 3 days,
He'll be gone.
everything is going to change. That soft bed, his woman, his kids, his home, his car, his food, all that is about to be taken away from you.
Right.
You're going to be in a dirty jail cell with a bunch of men trying to figure out how, you know, what the next situation is, whether you're getting out, whether you can make bail, whether you can get tied into this rolling 60s situation, because you are rolling 60.
Right.
Like, that's something that's established. That didn't come out on VladTV. He's established this for a long time.
He's in trouble too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping he gets out. I'm hoping Big U gets out. I'm hoping everyone I know gets out. Loose Cannon, I don't know. They try to bring Loose Cannon to me on a few occasions, and I said, no, I'm good. This guy's a lunatic.
Well, they putting themselves in there. The position they in now, the predicament they in, they put themselves there.
Did you see the no jumper brawl?
With in the alley?
Yeah.
Yeah.